Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, sometimes known as the Beast, and this is a thank you for getting my subscribers numbers over 600. I never really expected to get anywhere near that type of figure. I've only been making videos for, I believe it's about 20 months, I think it is now, maybe 21, something like that. So I know 600 isn't a massive amount compared to some people, but for an old fat knacker chatting shit about music that not many people like, not doing too bad. So what I've done is I've come up with 3 questions. The first 2 questions involve showing some records or CDs, cassettes, whatever, and then the final one's just a bit of an answer type thing. So question 1, and if I look down here it's because that's where I put my notes. Question 1 is show 2 albums that you love that you haven't really seen shown on YouTube, or if you have, it's been very, maybe one person and such like that. So first up for me is going to be the incredible Mrs. Piss and their debut Self Surgery. This came out in 2020 on Sargent House Records. This is actually a collaboration side project type thing of the incredible Chelsea Wolfe, and she invited her friend Jess Gowrie, who was, I think she played on Chelsea's Hiss Spun album, pretty sure it was that one, and reading one of the like the press releases, they pretty much said, yeah, fuck it, we're just going to make a noise and do what we want, and no filters, if you don't like it, don't listen to it type thing. For me, it's an absolute cracker. The vinyl's a very unique colour, doesn't necessarily fit in with the actual cover itself at all, but yeah, this is just short of 19 minutes, 8 tracks, very raw, industrial, sort of a punk rock vibe with like an electronic noise type like eeriness to it throughout. It's an absolute crack. Like I say, 8 songs, less than 19 minutes. It's absolutely fantastic record. I spin the ass out of this. I like it that much. I actually bought 2 different variants just because collectors come and stuff. But yeah, so first one is of a record I haven't really seen shown very much, if at all, is Mrs. Piss and Self Surgery. Next up is an album by a French black metal, I wouldn't say a band, but they're more than just a band. They're absolutely incredible. This is the debut album from Seth, and this is called, apologies to anybody that speaks French, Les Blessures de l'Âme, whatever it says down there. This actually came out in 1998. This is the 2024 reissue on Peaceville. This is sort of, for me, this is the epitome of what symphonic black metal should be. Now I know if you say symphonic and black metal, a lot of people will turn their nose up and you instantly think of bands like Dimmy Borgir. Yes, it's clear vinyl and it's fucking awful, but it sounds good. And it's a little bit of a, I think it's a little bit of a disservice to just how good this record is, comparing him to anybody. The production's not, I wouldn't say it's the greatest ever production of a black metal album, which again, that sounds like a bit of a contradiction in terms, because a lot of black metal stuff is very much lo-fi. But what this is for me is, if, like myself, you're now into the more extreme sides of black metal, and you find yourself going deeper and deeper into the wormhole of black metal, this could be sort of a gateway sound. Not necessarily this album, but that sort of well, it's black metal, but it's still got a little bit of like rhythm and groove and such like. It's sung in French, which does actually, for me, makes the sort of adds to the savagery of it and stuff. Yeah, I say by all means, you know, it's nothing. The black metal elite will probably poo-poo it, but I think out of this genre, or this little sub-genre of black metal, I don't think there's many better than Seth. So that is part 2 of the first answer, and that is Seth and whatever that says there in French. So that's question 1 over with. Obviously when I upload it, I'll actually write the questions in the description. So question 2 is show 2 albums with a beast on the cover. Now it can be a photograph of a kitten, it can be some artwork, it can be some demonic figure, anything you like. Simple, plain, you know. We'll just have to get beast in there somewhere. So the first one I want to show, whereas Seth was very much symphonic, entry level sort of black metal, this one's an absolute ripper. The only thing is, I don't know how you pronounce the actual album title. I will write it below and try and make it in the Russian acrylics. Acrylics, is that what they're called? Wherever the words are. But this is, the band are called Chernovstvo, which translates into Black Witchcraft. Massive shout out to Mattox Deep Shadows, because I had to ask him, he showed it a while ago and I was intrigued, so I had to ask him what it was actually called so I could find it, because yeah, but yeah, absolutely love that cover of 2 wolves fighting. Incredible, and that sort of epitomises the music that goes in this. This is absolutely savage. It's very much not for the faint-hearted on Black Wax. This came out in, I did write it down, 2023, if I didn't say already. Yeah, this is just pure unadulterated savagery. Yes, they've got a bit of a sketchy past even, for fuck's sake, because of the songs that they sing or the lyrics that they use. But seeing as it's in Russian or something of that ilk, it doesn't really bother me. But this is an absolutely wonderful record, and I'm so glad that Matt not only told me what it was called, but if he'd never shown it, it's something that would have passed me by. So the first answer to question 2 is Chernovstvo, and whatever the Russian language is that I stick down the bottom there. Second part of my answer to this, I thought I'd show sort of a creature demon type thing, and there's not many better than a certain Mr. Mark Riddick when it comes to that type of artwork. So this is Torture Tomb, and this is their self-titled EP. I believe it's the second EP they released. It's the only one I've got. It's the only thing I've got by them. This came out on Transylvanian Records and Dawnbreed as well. I don't know if Dawnbreed maybe did the CD or cassette version or whatever. This came out in 2023. This is 5 tracks of old school sounding death metal with the buzzcut saw guitars, the catchy riffs, the growled vocals. The only way it sort of has a blackened edge to it is within some of the drumming's quite frenetic, and some of the vocals at times are quite harsh and screechy. Absolutely cracking little EP. If you're a fan of that buzzsaw guitar sound, this is on a purple translucent fucking pig dog colour vinyl. I mean, I was going to say it doesn't match the cover in any way, shape or form, but there is actually a little hint of purple on the back of the album. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera. Some of the surrounding lettering and stuff like is in purple. So yeah, so that's Torture Tomb, and my second part of the answer to show an album with a beast on the front. So question 3 is quite a simple one really. I love doing what I do, and I don't try and expand or get too elaborate and stuff like that, because I'm pretty simple when it comes to my music taste. I listen to pretty much everything in some point or another, and if I hear something that I enjoy and I think there might be a possibility other people enjoy it, that's pretty much what I show. I don't show everything I buy, because some of it I know people won't like, some of it I know I maybe shouldn't have bought it type thing. But what I wanted to ask is there anything else you'd like to see me maybe chat about or show, like, you know, books, graphic novels, movies, things like that, just daft things like merch and stuff. So a massive thank you to all the subscribers for getting me over 600. I think the last time I looked, we're on about 608 now. So like I said, not bad for an odd fat knacker. Pop down in the comments, and if you do have a go at this quiz competition, then just leave a little message saying I put on a video up, or tag me in the video or such like. The prize will be, I'll send a £50 PayPal payment, so whatever the equivalent of that is, if it's maybe in euros or in dollars or whatever. I'll let this competition run until probably the first week in September, so there's no great rush to do it. And to be honest, it's, you know, if nobody decides to enter, then it's just, that's fair enough. I'm quite okay with that. I know there's a lot of competitions running at a time, but yeah. So again, a massive thank you to get me over 600 subscribers. Long may it continue. So if there's anything you would like to see, then please let me know. Enjoy whatever music you're listening to, whatever genre of music you're listening to, and I'll be back with I think it'll probably be a black metal update next, but you know, something else might come beforehand. So till next time, cheers.